everyone, just popping in for a little extra video to discuss another upcoming challenge I have for February. Just wanted to put it out there if any of you are also interested in joining in on this challenge. I had a lot of fun, as I always do, talking about first volumes and hearing what other people were reading in the December challenge I previously did last month, but I think that December is a really busy month for a lot of people, and sometimes it's hard to dedicate as much time to reading as maybe February will be a easier month for us. And this challenge is also not at all first volumes or anything, like, even though you didn't have to stick to that for the last challenge, that's what I was doing. And in this challenge, I am reading mostly not first volumes. At least that's my goal. So yeah, the only downside is, I guess, for some people, this is a more romance-based challenge because it's gonna be in February, which is like the month of love. No, sorry. I love love. My body is rejecting that statement. But no, seriously, I love reading fiction love stories. Romance is one of my favorite genres. So obviously it just made sense to do a challenge mostly focused around love and romance. However, if you do not want to do romance, you can probably get away with it. Like, most of these prompts are not really specifically romance, except for a couple of them. You'll see what I mean in a second. And before we begin, I just want to say I have an announcement about the Bleach kind of wrap-up chat that I would like to do at the end of this month. And it'll also be a Q&A style video live. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm planning. So if you want to hear more about that, also stay tuned for after the challenge. But if you just want to hear about the challenge, that's totally cool too. So without further ado, this is my challenge. It's called #14 Reads to Love. And yeah, like I said, it's totally made surrounding the idea of romance titles, and the ones I'll be sharing that I want to read are, shocker, romance titles. But like I said, a lot of these, like Yen Press title, Cover with Flowers, like essentially you could find non-romance ones to fit most of these prompts, except for the few that literally say romance in them. I just want to make all challenges accessible to everyone, and I know not everyone likes reading romance manga. But anyway, let's just start off with the first prompt, which is very romance-based, and that is a rom-com title. There are so many rom-coms I love, like Don't Toy With Me, Miss Nagatoro, Dangers in My Heart, which actually I think I'll be reading for a different prompt. Let's Do It Already is one I just previously talked about, and that came out this past year that's really rom-com and adorable. But there is one that I just picked up recently, so it'll be in my January haul. You get a sneak peek of it. And my friend thought I'd really like it. I introduced him to Galgahan, and he thought I might also really enjoy this one. And that is Nakamura-san, the Uninvited Gyaru. So yeah, gyarus are like the very like heavily tanned and a little bit more out there personality-wise, a little louder, a little crazier, and it's supposedly started in Japan because of the movement away from like what is traditional Japanese values of like women being quiet and pale and whatever, beauty standards and all that stuff. So it's like a complete like rejection of all that is like traditional Japanese beauty and femininity, I guess. There are like some questionable aspects about it. I'm not going to get into it. If you want to like look it up and stuff, it's interesting. But yeah, anyway, it does look really cute. I just kept not seeing it at the manga store, so I finally just ordered it online. I really trust my friend's judgment that I'll enjoy this one. It looks just as cute and cheeky and out there as Galgahan. So surely I will enjoy it. And next prompt is cute couples. So there's so many cute couples out there. And like, there's cute couples in shonen. So just saying, you can adapt if you want. However, as I just previously mentioned in my, shout outs to some of my favorite rom-coms, I've decided to reread The Dangers in My Heart. They are such a cute couple. And I recently gifted my friend the first volume of this, and he has become obsessed with it and is reading all the volumes and sharing little bits of it and like how cute they are. And I'm just like, I need to reread this. Plus, volume 10 is coming out, I think, at the end of February. So it's perfect time to reread it. And I just convinced myself to do it because it's been a while since I've read it. And they are so stinking cute. They're like one of my favorite cute, adorable couples out there. So next prompt is a Yen Press title. Again, you could like read whatever you want that's under the Yen Press publishers. I didn't say romance Yen Press title, did I? I'm just going to be reading on with Kowloon generic romance. I picked up 4, 5, and 6, and you will have seen that in my December haul. I also picked up a couple more in January, so I am excited to read more of this series. It has so much going on, not just the romance aspect of this one. So yeah, it's such an interesting and different kind of story, and I'm so excited to see what keeps going because 1 through 3 was a ride, so I cannot imagine what else is in store for me with this series. But yeah, I really loved what I read so far of it, so I'm excited to read more, and this is just the push I need. Also, as you probably could tell, some of these prompts I'm reading 1 volume for, but some of them I'm hoping to read more. Like this one, I want to read at least 4, 5, and 6. Dangers in My Heart has 9 volumes out, which I would like to reread. So it varies, whereas like you can obviously just read 1 for each prompt. It's not, I'm not trying to make you read like so many manga. It's just that I have so many manga on my shelves, and I'm really using this challenge to push myself to really read the stuff on my shelves that I haven't gotten to, or in the case of Dangers in My Heart rereading, which it's fine. It's fine. I'm getting a lot of new stuff read too. But yeah, just wanted to explain that before moving on to the 4th prompt, pink cover. Again, literally could pick any cover as long as it has pink in it. I've had this one sitting on my TBR shelf for a couple months though, so I'm going to be reading Otonari Complex Volume 1. This is like some childhood friends and neighbors and romance situation, and I am interested. I'm interested in it. I just haven't read it yet. So I also could have used it for this next prompt, romance featuring adults. So this one is one that specifically calls out romance, but again, romance is subjective. I don't know. Use your imagination. But I'm going to be checking out the 2nd volume of Friday at the Atelier. I know it's pronounced something else. I can't remember how you say that, so I'm not French, so it's cool. Anyway, make fun of me in the comments if you wish. But I enjoyed volume 1. I just wasn't as obsessed with it, but I still wanted to check out volume 2, and I got volume 2, and then I just haven't read volume 2. So yeah, for this prompt, I just plan to read this 1 volume as well. However, when we get to the 6th prompt, childhood friends, I am going to be trying to complete Neighborhood Story. So I am not rereading the 1st volume, which is why I am showing you the 2nd volume, but it is complete at the 4th volume that just came out last month, and so now that I have all of it complete, I really want to read it. So yeah, I'm hoping to read volumes 2, 3, and 4 for this childhood friends prompt, but again, you can just read 1. You do not have to be crazy like me. The 7th prompt is called explicit versus soft. So this is probably the only prompt that might confuse some people. So it's essentially a choice, or you could do both. So you could either pick an explicit read, one that, says explicit content warning, or a steamship title, some yaoi or whatever, spicy yuri, anything that's explicit, or you can pick anything that's a soft romance like Sasaki and Miyano, or Aoharu Ride, or any soft shoujo yuri or BL out there. I am kind of taking the approach of it's soft, but it's also explicit. I want both, and I feel like this title gives me both vibes. So that's what I mean, where like you can pick one or the other or both. And yeah, so I'm going to be reading Ladies on Top. I am starting with the first one, even though I did already read it. I read the first two, but I just collected the rest of them. I'm really trying to collect series, but anyway, that's neither here nor there. The point is, I want to finish reading this series, and I think it's been a long enough time since 1 and 2, and I think they'll be really quick reads to just get through, so I'm planning on rereading the first two. But I might change my mind depending on how quickly I am getting through things. But anyway, this is a really like soft, sweet start of a steamship title read from, the first and second volumes, in my opinion. Reading some of their other titles they've released. But it also has some steamier moments, and so yeah, I like it both ways. I also originally was planning on possibly reading a steamship title and a soft title and being like, yeah, explicit versus soft, I like them both type of thing. But yeah, basically you can pick one or the other, an explicit read or a soft read, because I know not everyone likes more explicit romances, so that's why I did this, because I was going to do explicit as its own prompt and soft as its own prompt, and then I'm like, well, maybe some people don't want the more steamy, raunchy shenanigans, and that's totally fine too. Next prompt, I don't have what I'm reading for it. It is simply anything but romance. This is explicitly not romance. I just wanted to include it because I got all these like romance prompts and romance reads I'm planning on reading, but sometimes you just don't feel like a romance. So I decided to add in anything but romance. I will just pick whatever I feel like in the moment that isn't romance. I have a few first volumes that I haven't read yet, so I might read one of those, or I might try a short series. Depends how quickly I'm getting through my other prompts and my other readings to see what exactly I read for this one. And it depends on just like what interests me that I want to read, because I am more of a mood reader. So this will help me in being like, okay, you got to read this, you got to read that, but you can read whatever you want for this day, whatever you were in the mood for. So hopefully that'll give me some variety. Variety is the spice of life, right? I don't know. Anyway, moving on to a cover with flowers prompt. So yeah, the cover just has to have some kind of flowers in it. And I was literally racking my brain for it. I was not sure I could think of any covers with flowers. I was Googling images. And then I remembered about Wish. I still have not read Wish. It is this one giant behemoth of a standalone now that they combined it. I believe it's originally 4 volumes. So I'm hoping that it would, it's Clamp. I usually enjoy and find them easy to read through. So hopefully it won't be that time consuming to read this whole thing for this prompt. But yeah, as you can see, there's some beautiful orange flowers, so it totally works. And I'm very excited to have found one and not have to like go out and buy one, because like that was not the purpose of this challenge. The purpose of this challenge is to really try and read what you have on your shelves that you haven't read yet, at least for me, because I have a lot on my shelves that I still haven't read yet. Or like rereading, revisiting a favorite, that brings you joy and stuff. So that kind of vibe is what this challenge is kind of made for, essentially. So, but of course, it's up to you. If you want to go and buy 14 new volumes, you do you, boo. I will not judge. We all have those days. Next up is LGBTQ plus prompt, BLGL, anything that gives you vibes of being for or about people in the queer community. Totally acceptable. I have 2 BL that are complete, that are shorter, on the shorter side, that I'm hoping maybe to read. But I'm also thinking, if again I need to cut back on some and not be able to read as many complete series, because there's ones that I really want to get to and then others that I think, well, it's okay if I don't get to them. And these are 2 that like I'd like to get to, but if I don't have the time or the willpower to get through, that's okay too. And I figured I would like maybe read one of the second volumes of Yuri's that I've picked up, like I Can't Ignore the Lonely Girl, or my friend just picked up Please Spoil Me. Oh my god, I didn't realize the second volume was out. I really loved that first volume, so I need to pick that one up. So again, I might just read one of these cute volumes of Yuri or a standalone BL, just something quick and easy. However, motivated Zoe, Zoe that's up for the challenge right now anyway, is hoping to read either New York, New York, which is a 2 omnibus volume series, definitely an older, more classic BL, and another older series I haven't read yet is Yellow, which I got 4 volumes of. So, you know, if you want to weigh in on the comments which you'd prefer me to read, which you've read and you've enjoyed, or if you have any opinions whatsoever, I'd love to hear them. Comments below. Yeah, but these are just like 2 kind of similar vibes. They're both older series. They give me kind of that older angsty vibes with them. The back looks really cute on this one. This one doesn't give me much to go off of, but yeah, I don't know. Like, they've just both been sitting on my shelf for a while, and I'm really hoping to read one or the other or both. But that, I think, is a pipe dream. Anyway, prompt 11, we have high school romance. So for this prompt, again, I want to read a complete series, and that series is My Love Mix-Up. So I actually did read the first volume of this one. I don't remember if it was last February or 2 Februarys back. I don't know. It's been a while. And I really, really love volume 1. So I immediately bought the rest of this series. And by immediate, I mean, it took me like a couple months. And by then I didn't feel like reading it anymore, because that is just how the mind of Zoe works. And it's not a great place to be trapped with. But anyway, I really loved it. And this is the perfect chance to give me that kick in the ass to actually read this whole series. And it is complete at 9 volumes. So I hope to reread volume 1 and then read 2 through 9. I don't technically have to reread volume 1. I remember the gist of it. But again, I think it's going to be super simple, sweet, and just nice to restart it. So yeah, this is one of my bigger goals, is this 9 volumes to read for this challenge. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. This is one I really, really do want to read, and hopefully I do. Then we have the next prompt, Kodansha title. Again, this could be anything by Kodansha, essentially. I did not really specify. But for me, again, picking a first volume romance that came out somewhat recently that I did just get in January, so it'll be in my January haul. But I saw it was by same mangaka as Perfect World, and that's one of my favorite romance series ever. So I knew I had to give this one a whirl, right? So I am reading Sheltering Eves. I was thinking of reading one of my Kodansha series that I haven't read on my shelves, like Love and Lies or Kiss Me at the Stroke of Midnight. I'm trying not to be overly ambitious and burn myself out. So I'm peppering in these like just 1 volumes, hoping that makes it work. And yeah, I mean, if I am overly ambitious in the month, I can always just add to it. So, but yeah, really excited for this one. I really, really love Perfect World. So I have high hopes, but I'm trying not to go in with high expectations at the same time. Hoping it's cute. The second to last prompt is one shot. So I don't have a one shot per se that is screaming to me. Again, I could grab a Boys Love one shot, and I might when the time gets closer if I just feel like something that I know will be quick, easy, and just, you know, whatever. But one of the one shots that I didn't get to last April, oh, shout out that I just heard there's going to be another April one shot challenge coming from Bazaar. He just told me. So I'm very excited about that, and we'll definitely try to join. But yeah, so but I have this one on my shelves that I got for half off at my manga store a while back, and I just haven't read it, so I was kind of hoping maybe that would be what I'd read. But again, this is one that's subject to change, so don't hold me on this one. Anyway, that is Oh My Sweet Alien. So yeah, it's just about a normal couple, except for that this salaryman's wife just happens to be an alien. Seems cute, you know, rife with the possibility of comedy and little explicit warning here, which I find interesting. I skimmed through it. I didn't notice anything especially saucy or spicy, but if I do read it, I will be sure to keep you updated on that. And the very last prompt is anything but manga. So obviously this could be novels, this could be light novels, this could be danmei, this could be webtoons, and that's exactly what I'm choosing, is a webtoon. And I would like to read the last volumes I need to finish The First Night with the Duke. I have really, really loved this series. I have read volumes 1 through 4. I have had volume 5 and I just hadn't read it yet. And then volume 6 came out, and I have to be a little salty, throw a little shade here, because Barnes & Noble straight up canceled my order. Yeah, they were like, oh, sorry, we don't have enough stock for you, so we're gonna cancel volume 6 of this one. They also canceled another volume. I'm just so annoyed with them. I'm annoyed with every freaking bookseller out there, really. They all are so annoying to deal with. But yeah, they were like, yeah, sorry, we don't have enough stock in here, so we just canceled your order for you. Your pre-order that you've had for months now. Thanks a lot. Sorry, I am so annoyed still about it. And the fact that I also pre-ordered volume 7 with it. And I've heard that NetComics has gone or is going out of business. They're not going to be publishing. Anyway, if they are, that makes me really nervous if volume 7 is even going to come out in the first place. And if Barnes & Noble will actually honor my goddamn pre-order, because I did get volume 6. It'll be in my January haul. But I had to pay, well, I didn't technically have to pay full price for it because I got it as a after Christmas gift, but I got a deal on the pre-order, which is, you know, hence why I pre-ordered it, and to not let me choose whether to wait longer and have that pre-order honored and fulfilled instead of just canceling it on me without any choice on my my end, really ticked me off and left a bad taste in my mouth for Barnes & Noble. Sorry. It just does, especially when it was only a week or two, at the most 2 weeks, when I went back in and it was in stock. So it's like, okay, so it really wasn't that long of a wait if you would just... Sorry, I'm salty. I'm so salty. Moving on, that's my plan because volume 7 is supposed to come out at the very end of January or beginning of February. So I'm hoping to finish this series because I really like it, but I also really like reading it in chunks. And so I'd like to read the 5th, 6th, and 7th volume all together, but it might change. I might just read 5 and 6 if I don't get 7. Or I might be too salty to read it and pick something else. But most likely this will be what I read, even if it is just volumes 5 and 6. But hoping all goes well and they do not screw me over like last time. Watching you, Barnes & Noble. So yeah, that is my challenge. And those are my perspective reads for the challenge. Again, I do not expect anyone else to go overboard and read like whole ass series or chunks of volumes for any of these prompts. That is just my goal, my ambition. And I hope to hear what you all are reading for which prompts. Again, I'll do some videos going over what I've read. I think I'm just going to be doing 2, talking about 7 of the reads for the first February Friday or Saturday that I talk about it, and then the second half for the last one. That's my goal right now anyway. Not exactly sure how it'll shake out, but yeah, I only plan on doing 2 videos chatting about what I've been reading and how I feel about it, just because I have some that I'm just continuing on with. I have some that I'm reading whole series for, so I'm just going to do like short little overviews of the reads. So yeah, again, you don't have to go in order with the prompts. I think I've covered everything I want to say about the challenge. I really hope that some of you will join me in doing this. And again, I'll be posting it over on my Instagram. So please feel free to follow me over there and do posts. Challenges really help me to actually commit to posting on Instagram too, because I am notoriously bad at doing that. So yeah, that's another reason I am trying to do more challenges, and it's been fun to come up with different prompts and stuff for them and try to get myself to read more, which is a huge goal of 2025 that I have for myself, is read the manga on my shelves. I'll talk more about that when I do my January haul. Anyway, before I end this extra little video, I wanted to touch base about the Bleach challenge. So should be reading those first 7 volumes this month, and I wanted to touch base and like talk about them. I will be again posting them on Instagram, so you can follow me on there. Each month I will try and post my thoughts and like faves and like little things that stick out to me for each section I'm reading over on my Instagram. But for on YouTube, I think I'm just going to do at least 2, maybe 3 little live type casual videos where I go live on YouTube and I, talk about Bleach with you all that are reading it, or if you just want to be nosy and listen in, that's fine too. But yeah, just like to have a nice little chill little convo with you all about how it's going, who our favorite characters are, standout moments and stuff. So yeah, I want to do one in the very beginning to like set up like what like I'm looking for and going to be talking about for each section as I read Bleach. And I hopefully will do one in like July, but summer is really busy for me where I work, so I'm not 100% sure if I'll do that one. Maybe it would be in August. Again, just checking in and sharing how I felt about Bleach from, those first 7 volumes to where we end up there. However many volumes in we are, like halfway through about. And then obviously ending the year talking about Bleach as a whole, my complete feelings on the series and everything I liked, everything I didn't like, all that jazz. So yeah, those are my goals, my plan to do 3 lives on here. I have never done a live by myself, so it's pretty intimidating. But I'm just going to jump in and hope for the best, and hopefully from everything I've seen, I can do a live and then share that live afterwards. So if you can't join the live, you can still watch the live. That is my understanding. And I really hope that is the case. Again, my first live, so I'm sorry if I fuck it up, essentially. But yeah, for this first live that I plan to do at the very end of January, I will post on my community board and mention it probably in a video closer to whichever date I pick. But like that last like Thursday or Friday, or even the like 1st of February, if I, you know, need to, that Saturday is my goal of when I will go live. And I'm also going to make it a Q&A. So the first portion of the live will be any questions you want to ask me, any questions you submitted, because again, I will put this on my community post. So you can ask questions there if you can't join the live, if you don't think you'll make it, if like for whatever reason you just want to ask your question now, and you know, I'll collect them all and read them on the live. And then anyone who joins live can also ask whatever questions they want. And I'm going to also post it on Instagram for people to also submit questions, as well as my community tab. Yeah, so that will be the first, like, I'm going to probably commit like 30 minutes, 45 max, hoping to do the Q&A section. And then I will be going on and talking about Bleach with anyone who wants to stay and chat about Bleach. This way, if you aren't participating in the Bleach challenge this year, you don't have to sit through us talking about Bleach if you wanted to be part of the Q&A part, the Q&A portion. So yeah, I'm really excited about that. I'm really excited to hopefully like be able to like read your comments and talk with you all and be more and feel more like communal vibes, I'm hoping. I mean, they've been fun to do with Bazaar and the people that I've done with him. I've never figured out how to get those lives onto my channel, but again, I've never done one alone. So yeah, I'm gonna try and stick to this one. I had plans of doing a live when I was overseas last like March, April, but I chickened out. So I'm hoping not to chicken out because I have 2 reasons to do it, a Q&A and talking about Bleach. So yeah, fingers crossed I don't. And I hope you all can join with that as well. And yeah, I mean, I think that's everything I wanted to touch on in this video. So if you haven't yet, make sure you subscribe and turn on bell notifications so you don't miss any video. I got a video going up every Monday, Manga Mondays, talking all about manga, and I got a video going up every other Wednesday, my Weeb Wednesday videos, talking all about anime. And then of course I got these extra videos that pop up and a possible live popping up. So yeah, you just don't want to miss out. Then make sure you do that. And of course, if you like this video, please hit that thumbs up button and comment below if you're going to participate in the challenge. I really, really hope you do. And or if you're looking forward to the live Q&A/Bleach chat. If I know you all are looking forward to it, that will also make it so I will hopefully follow through with that and not be a scaredy cat. And I will see you hopefully this next Monday for a video all about my favorite ongoing shonen. So I hope you will tune in for that one as well. Until then, bye!